Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Wanda. Hi. Today I'll be creating a back to school tote bag. I'll be using PU heat transfer vinyl. I gotta say there's 54 vibrant colors to choose from. So for today's project, I'll be using this red and this pastel blue. And now let's head over to Design Space. Let's start off by clicking on New Project, Blank Canvas, and then click on Upload. Now click on the images you're going to need. I'll be clicking on these three, and then I'll go over to Add to Canvas and click on that. Once they come in, I'll be resizing my images to the size I need. I will also be changing the color, so I'll go up to the color chart and click on that, and then choose the color I want. And then I'll just resize it. Click on this and go up to the colors and change the color to blue. Now click on this one, go up to the colors and change it to red. And now I'll just resize this long line, make it shorter, make it about the size of my lines on the bottom, but keep it longer on the top. Move the A over so that I have an idea of what it's going to look like. And now I'll click on text, move my text box over where I can see it, and write create. Now I'll choose a font. I'll be choosing from my most recent ones. Remember that the system fonts are the ones that are downloaded on your computer. We can make this bigger or keep it the size it is. And now I'll just go up and change the color. Well, I think this looks good, so I'll click on Make. I will not be saving it. I'll be choosing to work on a mat. Click on Confirm. And there we have our two color mats. So we need two colors to create this project. I'll be moving over my letters so they're not too close. Click on Continue. I wanted to mention, always remember to measure your blanks. This will help you create an exact image on Design Space. You will need a measuring tape. And now measure the height and then measure the width. This will give you an exact size. And now to get started with the project, I will open these two rolls. These do come with instructions in the inside part. This way you know what heat temperature to use. And now let's prep and cut our vinyl. Using a cutter will help you save vinyl. I will be removing this sticky tape from my vinyl and then start cutting. I will cut to size, like I mentioned, to save vinyl. And then placing the sticky tape back on and storing my vinyl. And now I'll be using this TeckWrap mat to place my vinyl and have the machine cut it. I will place sticky side down. This is how you should cut your HTV. And once it's on there, just place it on the cutting machine and have the machine cut your vinyl. You will see I'm cutting both of my vinyls. Alright, here's my vinyl cut. So now let's start weeding it. I'll be using this TeckWrap pin pen. I'll start from a corner, poke a little bit, and start pulling up. And continue to pull your vinyl all the way across till you're all done. I had no issues weeding this vinyl. This was very easy to weed. And now let's get the inside pieces. I had no letters come off or any issues whatsoever. This was pretty easy to weed. And there you have it. Now let's weed the blue one. Start from the corner and pull towards the side. And this is very easy to weed. I gotta say, I love weeding TeckWrap vinyl. And now that we're done weeding our vinyl, let's measure this on the tote bag and see where the center is. Since this is a layered project, I kind of like to layer it on the carrier sheet before I press it. This kind of gives me an idea of how it's going to look. And it also makes it easier when pressing. I'll start removing back to front. For example, I'll press my back layer first, which should be the first layer I should press. And then I'll press the following next back layer, if that makes any sense. So now let's just prep our area and kind of take the moisture out by pressing it a couple of seconds before we start pressing our vinyl. And always make sure to use a lint roller to clean out the area. And now press for at least 5 to 8 seconds. And now we're ready to start pressing our vinyl. Let's place it on our tote bag. Remove our pieces. And now center your design. Measure it to make sure it's centered. You can use a tape measure. Measure the 4 sides or just the 2 sides, which in my case, I'll just measure the 2 sides. You can move it a little bit if you need to. And once you're okay with how it looks, you can start pressing it. I'll be pressing it for 5 seconds. And with this being a tote bag, the temperature was a little bit too low, so my vinyl was not sticking on there. I raised my temperature from 310 Fahrenheit to 320 Fahrenheit for 10 seconds. And now let's start peeling this. And that worked. Voila. Now I'll place the red line, and I also will be placing the rest of the vinyl. I'll place my A up here. And now I'll place my create word and place some parchment paper over and press. And the moment of truth, let's remove our parchment paper and also remove the carrier sheet very carefully. You don't want to pull anything up that's not sticking onto the fabric. All right, now let's remove this up here. And our last piece, let's place some parchment paper over it and give it a 10-second press just to make sure it's sealed on there since it's a tote bag. And there you have it. Oh, beautiful. Working with this vinyl was amazing. I really love this vinyl. And if you watched to the end and you liked the video, don't forget to give us a like. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. See you on the next video. Bye bye.